It took me a really long and painful journey to become a profitable trader. I remember investing in courses after courses, thinking that this will be the course that will transform my trading and reverse my downward trending equity curve. And after trading more than 15 years in the Forex market, I have seen traders come and go. I have also seen traders who come in not knowing anything, and within 2 short years, they got funded by big prop firms and are now trading multi-million dollar trading accounts. Now, I will admit that part of the reason why it took me so long was that I simply refused to listen. I was stubborn. I had mentors who spoke the truth to me, explained how trading worked, and I just simply refused to listen. Things like not jumping from strategy to strategy, and the usual things like don't risk more than 3% per trade. But hey, there are only some changes that take place only after you lost a big sum of money, and then you develop that resolute deep in your heart that you're never going to do it ever again. I remember losing $30,000 one day because I was heavily long Aussie. I had the Aussie yen long, Aussie dollar, pound Aussie and Aussie franc long, and it was a painful experience, and from that day onwards, I never mismanaged my risk and traded so aggressively. Anyway, in today's video, I want to share with you 7 trading lessons that I've learned from 7 years of losing. If you are still struggling at this moment in time, I want to encourage you to keep going. Keep learning, and more importantly, be flexible and willing to change your mindset and your approach to trading. I hope that these 7 lessons will drastically reduce your learning curve and that you won't have to go through the same painful journey I did. So before I jump straight into the first trading lesson, please do me a small favor and hit that thumbs up button. It means a lot to me and I would really appreciate that. If you are new to the channel, do subscribe as well because I constantly upload new videos sharing with you my latest insights about the markets. My team also runs a free Telegram channel where we send out our signals and the currency pairs that we are looking at. So if you have not yet joined us, please click on the link in the description down below to join us. Access is free and you will definitely gain a ton of value there. Lesson number 1. It is never the trading strategy that makes you the money. It's always the trader executing the strategy. Did you get that? Trading systems don't make you the money. It's the trader behind the system. Most traders think that they will be profitable once they find a proven strategy. And they see that someone else is killing it with this strategy, but somehow they cannot replicate this success. In fact, it's frustrating because it doesn't happen once. It happens again and again, and even after trying multiple strategies. May I just suggest that the underlying issue isn't the strategy, but it's the execution of your trading strategy. Now, the best trading strategy won't work if you are poor at execution. If you are poor at execution, things like being impatient, getting in early, or revenge trading, then it really doesn't matter which trading strategy you use. You're not going to make money because your fundamental approach to trading is incorrect. This was something that took me ages to discover, or may I say, something that took me years to accept mentally. Like many of you, I am an average guy just wondering why everything I tried failed. Lesson number 2. It is essential to spend time to understand your personality and psychology as a trader. Over the years of trading, I noticed that it's way easier to change a strategy than to change your personality. In fact, most people hop from strategy to strategy too quickly without giving the strategy a proper test. Now, I realized that I'm a momentum trader, and in my earlier days, where I was still jumping from strategy to strategy, I would try everything. Strategies like range trading, picking market tops and bottoms, and etc. I was desperate to make money, so whatever works, right? You see, I just couldn't wrap my head around buying into a strong bearish momentum or selling into a strong bullish momentum. I was just wired that way, and naturally I struggled because my personality is to follow the trend. In fact, if you are part of the Telegram channel that my team runs, you will notice that many of the trades are momentum trades. So my point here is that it is way easier to change your strategy than it is to change your personality. But don't get me wrong here, I'm not telling you to jump from strategy to strategy. Rather, I'm telling you the importance of understanding your psychology and personality when choosing a strategy to suit you. Lesson number 3. Backtesting or demo trading isn't that helpful. The issue with backtesting or demo trading is that it doesn't account for your emotions and psychology. Trading is 80% psychology and only 20% methodology. By backtesting or demo trading, you are removing emotions out of the equation. Essentially, there's no trading psychology involved. And hey, you are missing out on the thing that makes or breaks your trading. After 7 years of losing and experimenting around with demo accounts, backtesting softwares, and all this mumbo jumbo, I learned that trading a live account is still the way to go. It could be a small account, even a $100 account. The key is to have skin in the game. You learn much faster, and it's where your trading psychology will be tested. So trade a live account, even if it's a small one. Lesson number 4. Trading is all about forming good habits. Good habits lead to profits. Poor habits lead to destruction. How you manage a small account will be the same way you manage a big account eventually. So please don't say it's only a $100 trading account. If you do not form the habit of putting in a stop loss for a $100 account, you will not put a stop loss for a $10,000 account. Often we hear from our subscribers that they are trading a $100 or even $300 account, and they say, hey, it's no big deal, it's just $100 or $300. It's fine to trade a bigger position instead of applying proper risk management. After all, if they risk 1% per trade, it's only $1 and they can't make much money. Now, I want to warn you that this line of thinking is very destructive, because beyond the money, you are training yourself to ignore risk management. When these habits develop, it's tough to change. So do not make trading harder for yourself. Build good habits from the start, even if you are demo trading or trading a small account. Lesson number 5. A trading journal can be the difference between making money with a strategy and losing money. In my earlier days, I recall trading a momentum trading strategy. Sometimes it will work like magic, like a win rate of 75% kind of thing. And other times it won't work, and I won't even be able to close a single trade in profits. I'm talking about consecutive losses. It was when I went to study my trading journal, then I came to realize that my best trades were those that were taken during the US trading session. Now, if I didn't take the time to analyze my results, I might very well conclude that this strategy isn't working and jump onto the next. But because I took the time to fine-tune and cut out what wasn't working for that strategy, I was able to turn that strategy into a profitable one for me. So while I can't give you specific advice because it varies from strategy to strategy or even person to person, I can tell you that this is one of the most underrated things you can do to transform your trading. Keep a diligent record of your trades and study them. The more detailed and diligent you are, the faster you will grow as a trader. Lesson number 6. Taking time away to analyze your losses and reflecting on your methodology is good for you. This builds on the previous lesson. In the heat of the moment, it's hard to think clearly or see what you're doing wrongly, especially after a series of losing trades where emotions arise and intellect drops. Have you ever said something along the lines of, "Why didn't I say that? Why didn't I think of that?" Or, "Why was I so stupid in mismanaging the trade?" Well, that's because of emotions, and that's why it's always good to take a break from trading and spend some time reflecting on your trades. If you want to last long as a trader, taking a break is essential because the market is always there for you, and it's more of a marathon, not a sprint. Lesson number 7. Jumping from strategy to strategy is a sign that you don't yet understand how things work and refuse to accept the risk. Avoid over-optimizing your strategy and looking for the perfect setup. Lastly, we have the most common problem that 95% or even 99% of traders face: jumping from strategy to strategy. As I reflect back on my failures in my earlier days, I realized why I was doing that. It was because I didn't understand that trading is a grind and that there's no holy grail. Despite my mentors sharing with me things like trading through a drawdown and sticking through it, I was very reluctant to accept that this was the reality of trading. Like you, I wanted a high win rate strategy that made money day in and day out. Every single day, every single trade. Heck, I even wanted to make money on the weekends. The refusal to accept that trading is a probability game and that it's not possible to win all the time is the main reason why most traders are jumping from strategy to strategy. Rather than accepting that a strategy has a win rate of 65%, they try to find another strategy and another and another. Or they might even try to tweak the existing strategy by throwing in additional indicators and filters, and in the process of doing so, they end up breaking the strategy. And there you have it. These are the 7 trading lessons that I've learned from 7 years of losing. Mastering trading takes time, so be patient with yourself. If you are still struggling, I encourage you to apply these lessons. Don't just watch this video and do nothing about it. If you haven't already joined our free Telegram channel, make sure to join us. I will leave a link in the description down below. Thanks for watching and I'll catch you in the next one.